To Aneri once again. Aneri, the visuals that we are showing, Renuka Chowdhury, who's been a very senior Congress minister, she's always been very close to Rahul and Sonia Gandhi, and now that lady is on the streets openly assaulting the police officers, police personnel, and that in a way gives out a message that you have to completely break violent on the streets. What kind of messaging is Renuka Chowdhury giving?
Definitely a lot of questions being raised as Congress party has called this a satyagraha, but this doesn't look like a satyagraha as we see that the protest which has been called all over India has been turning out to be a violent protest here, especially when we talk about the Hyderabad protest. The Congress workers had burnt a vehicle, a two-wheeler was burnt, and now also we see that another incident was recorded on camera where Renuka Chowdhury, who's a former union minister and also a senior Congress leader, was seen assaulting the cop very clearly, holding his collar, and also he's a sub-inspector who was there at the duty and trying to stop the Congress leaders from going forward towards Raj Bhavan, as the Congress leaders had called for a Gherav Raj Bhavan today after the AICC had given a call for Chalo Raj Bhavan, and also amid the grilling of Rahul Gandhi continues by the ED. But also we see that this assault of a cop by a senior Congress leader recorded on camera definitely shows how Congress leaders have been behaving. And also this is not only in Hyderabad, we see and we continue to report from various parts of the country where Congress leaders were seen breaking the barricades and also misbehaving with the cops, or turning the protest into a violent protest across the country, where we see that this incident has reported. And now when we talk about Hyderabad, the senior Congress leader was seen holding the collar, snatching the collar of a sub-inspector.
Okay, we have SP Vaid joining us on the story. Let me go across to him. Sir, those visuals that are coming in and show senior Congress leaders holding police officers by the collar, it definitely gives out a messaging also, sir. This is what is the form, what is the protocol? I mean, you cannot be handling a police officer like this on the streets. A, you come out for a protest without permission, and B, the kind of the behavior that is being meted out by senior Congress leaders, sir.
See, this is deplorable while you have your democratic right to protest, but it should be peaceful and should not injure or manhandle the policemen. Yesterday in Guwahati also one assistant commissioner of police was injured. I saw him bleeding on the face. And today this incident, and that too coming from senior Congress leaders who have worked in different capacities, and this should not happen. In fact, they should be peacefully demonstrating within the rules. It should be a protest without any violence, without any manhandling of policemen. And after all, policemen are doing their job. They are only trying to regulate and ensuring security to everyone and inconvenience to the people.
Where is right? Dr. Vaid, I would also want to ask you that the senior politicians, and they may be belonging to any party, but there is a certain messaging that they give if they openly behave like this with police officers, police personnel on the roads, a certain messaging that they give out to their own party workers. Now, if this is something that Renuka Chowdhury is doing, what will you expect out of common Congress workers?
Right. In fact, the workers down below, they actually follow what their senior leaders do. And a senior leader like Mrs. Renuka Chowdhury behaving like this will obviously send a wrong message to the cadres of Congress party, and they would also indulge in violence. So more the responsibility on senior formations of the political party. I think that they should be very dignified in handling policemen.
Thank you so much for speaking to Republic, Dr. Vaid. So those visuals that are coming in from Hyderabad, where senior Congress leader Renuka Chowdhury can be seen in a scuffle, and then later on she holds a police personnel by her collar, definitely giving out a wrong messaging. And it's an open assault on police personnel. It's an open assault on police personnel. And for what? For the ED, for the Enforcement Directorate, summoning Rahul Gandhi. Madhurima joins us on this story. Madhurima, before you joined us, this satyagraha being called a satyagraha, but nothing close to a satyagraha, and now senior Congress leaders coming out openly assaulting police personnel.
Well, absolutely, Sucharita. It's quite ironical as to the contentions that were being made by the senior Congress leaders yesterday, because they were opposing the entire modus operandi of the police officials there at the AICC national headquarters in the national capital, where they questioned the entire working and the detainment that happened there after they tried to protest at the place where already Section 144 was imposed. There were leaders of the highest rank, KC Venugopal, then there was Adhir Ranjan Chowdhury, there was the Chief Minister of Chhattisgarh, along with Jitendra Singh. All of them came to the threshold of the party office, the national headquarters of the Congress party, and they started protesting against the behavior of the police officials, that how could they cross the boundary, the brim of the Congress party office. And now, just a day after we have this video, we have these visuals of a very senior Congress leader, Renuka Chowdhury, who has been very active at the time when the UPA was at the center, behaving in such a brazen manner. This only questions the entire intentions of the party. We have seen how the BJP has been reacting to it. They have been calling it out, this particular behavior, as brazen, Sucharita. We'll have to wait and watch as to how this entire thing snowballs into another political turmoil for the Congress party. Sucharita.